Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time zone you are reaching me in, wherever you're at. Cards are falling everywhere. It is the Capricorn full moon today, tonight, when it gets dark, when the moon comes out. I am no makeuping, no hairing again. I did put some lipstick on in my earrings just so you guys could not say that I was like in my pajamas or something. I actually am wearing clothes, so that's cool. I was half dressed for you guys, but all you care about is the cards anyway, so who cares? I am Jenna Ross with Spiritually Savage, and I am a card reader, medium, and soul coach. So if you are new to my channel, which my channel is really, really new, so if you're new here, welcome. And if you don't know me, welcome. And you're welcome. And if you do know me, thanks for joining me. I know a lot of people who are my clients and stuff are supporting me, even though they don't even care about card reading. So I thank you for that, and I thank you for subscribing and sharing the channel as I'm learning how to grow it. And just I'm just going to throw it out and be me, because I am of the opinion that done is always better than perfect. So I'm just going to jump in, even though I don't know how to edit my videos perfectly, or do my background perfectly, or do my hair perfectly, or be amazing for you guys. I'm just going to be me. What you see is kind of what you get. And if you do want to schedule a private reading, I do have the link in the description below. If you're interested in my social media, I will put my links below for that. And I am at current loading all my beautiful products onto my Etsy page, because I have been selling through Facebook, but I'm going to move away from that because a few months ago I lost my Facebook due to somebody hacking it. And I realized that I needed a new outlet. So I'm going to use YouTube. And I will throw my stuff up on Etsy, and you guys can order from there. So, Capricorn full moon. I'm really excited about this because I feel like we've been in some really, really heavy energy of tower energy and disruption and devil energy and death and rebirth. And so Capricorn energy is about finding what's authentic to you, finding your voice, and getting rid of everything that is not you. So it's about speaking up and living in integrity and living your truth. And I'm all about that, all about transparency, all about vulnerability, all about not people pleasing, all about being 150,000% just yourself, and allowing the people that are meant for you to come to you and be attracted to that. So I am going to do today, I feel like a twin flame reading is in order. And the reason I say that is because I coach a lot of twins, and a lot of twins are in my circle. And I feel like right now there's a lot of confusion and a lot of giving up and a lot of letting go and a lot of surrender. I think twin flame is one of the most confusing things in our spirituals community right now. And I think that a lot of people don't understand what it is. And not everybody has a twin. It is not everybody's version of soulmate. It is not everybody's version of meant to be. Nor do I know that if it's the 144,000 that people are always trying to attribute it to. I believe it is just what your soul agreed to in this life. And so if you are on the twin journey, it's really hard to explain to other people who are not on the twin journey. So a lot of us just kind of stay to our own community because it's hard to explain. And I think a lot of people feel judged, and they feel like that people don't understand. So I'm going to tell you this because I feel like this is a huge misunderstanding in the twin community, is your twin is not your other half. Any more than if you know some twins in real life, not twin flames, just twins, two people with identical DNA that look alike. You know, if you know some twins, then you know they are two separate people. They don't need each other to exist. They do have special communication abilities. They do have a special bond. And that is what twin flames are too. We do have special communication abilities. We are the exact DNA blueprint of each other's souls. But we are not something that we need to complete each other. We are complete in ourselves. We do have similar backgrounds or hangups or you know, similar things that we're working on. And so I don't want you to believe that your twin is something that you need to complete you. You are already complete. Okay. I'm going to be offering tidbits throughout these videos, and I will probably do some focus videos on twins and on being an empath and on your clair abilities and on intuition. So I'd love it if you drop it in the comments on some videos that you would like to learn about. But let me jump into the twin reading right now. I'm going to talk about, let's talk about twin flames and what this moon, this Capricorn full moon tonight means for them. Let's get started. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. I'm going to draw some 3 cards with that, and then I will draw some tarot and we'll see where it takes us. All right, so in the twin community, we have been very in our heads, thinking about it, obsessing about it, reading about it, studying about it, thinking of every scenario possible for it to come forth, and just not accepting any other answer. And I'm going to tell you that even though we have faith and that we believe this is supposed to happen and that we know in our intuition and in our gut this is what's supposed to happen, we still have to detach from the outcome. The universe asks for surrender because we have to trust the universe to bring about what it says it's going to bring about, what we believe it's going to bring about, and what we want. And if we're holding on to it, it's like we're checking on it every 5 minutes. I studied psychology and I was a therapist for a little while, and then I went into coaching. But one of the things that always fascinated me was something called don't think about the white bears. And I do it sometimes in my coaching. Like if you're new to me, I'll say at the very beginning of the session, I just want to say the most important thing about this session is don't think about the white bears. Okay, let's move on. And I get this look, and then throughout the session, finally they'll go, oh my God, what is the white bears? And the thing is that when you try actively to forget about something, then your mind always goes back to it to check on it. And in so doing, triggers you to think about it. Our mind goes, oh, we're not supposed to be thinking about that. Let me make sure we're not thinking about that. And triggers us to think about it. And we're like, damn it, we weren't supposed to be thinking about that. And I feel like we've been doing that with our twin journey. Every 5 minutes, we're like, I want to read about it. I want to think about it. I want to go into 5D and tinker with it. I want to watch a reading and see where my counterpart is. I want to, you know, do this. And I feel like the divine feminines right now are in that place where we're done thinking about it. We're going to let go and we're going to release. I feel like the masculines are very much in the, oh my God, I am thinking about it now. And I'm thinking that she's not thinking about it anymore. I can see her moving on with her life. I can feel her moving on with her life. And I feel like I might be missing it. I feel like I might be missing out on this, but I'm still not ready to make the changes that are necessary. Because here's the thing, the divine feminine right now, and by the way, in case you're new to the twin lingo, divine feminine is not the woman. Divine masculine is not the man. It has zero to do with gender. It has to do with energy. And all of us have masculine and feminine energy. So you need to figure out what you are in the connection. Okay. And especially when you have same-sex relationships and stuff like that, it's almost never what you think it is. So you really need to dig deep and listen to where the collective energies are and find out which one matches you, and then embrace it. Because if you can't embrace which one you are, that is probably one of the things that you need to work on in order for this connection to even come back together. Okay. But right now, the divine masculines are in a snooping kind of energy. They're in this energy of watching the divine feminine and recognizing that she's really blessed. She has done all the work and she is moving forward and reaping these blessings, whether it's financial, whether it's, you know, spiritual, whether it's other love interests coming in. She is putting out the most amazing energy and other people are recognizing it and coming to her. And she is just creating an incredibly abundant and fabulous life right now. And it's all coming because of the work she did. And so the masculine is feeling unworthy. The feminines have moved into this energy where we are tired of accepting less than. So we're not going to. So there was a time period when the masculines could have shown up and just had a physical relationship with us. They could have shown up and just thrown a little at us. And we would have been cool with that. We're like, okay, I'm still working on myself and I don't really know if I'm ready for this connection. Or I know if I get in this connection that it's going to be something needy and something not helpful for me. But we've moved out of that energy and we're holding ourselves to a higher standard and we're not accepting anything else in our energy. So the masculines know they need to do a lot of work. So right now, the thing is this: they don't know that they can get that work done. They're doubting themselves. But not only that, they're not ready to take that leap. Most of our masculines are 0 to 60. I know that my twin is a 0 to 60 person. Like once he makes a decision, there's nothing that can stop him. There's nothing that can convince him otherwise. There's nothing that could keep him from it. And so most of our masculines are in that energy right now. They're just not ready to make the decision. They're not ready to pull the trigger on it. So they have to, the universe is still putting pressure on them, which a lot of it, we're watching a lot of our masculines' lives burn down because you cannot not make a decision. Not making a decision is still making a decision. And if the universe has already showed you that by your discontentment, by your unhappiness, by your not having enough money, by your self-esteem, by your desires not being met, the universe has already showed you that this is not where you're meant to be. You don't get to stay there. You know, the universe will push you and burn your shit down and force you to move. So you can try not to make a decision, but the universe is done with that. The universe is done with it. So the next card is the message in a bottle card, and it is the signal card. The feminine is sending that signal out into the universe to show she is ready. The masculine is still trying to decide how he wants to respond to that. He got the message. He got the message in a bottle. It's being sent out. He just doesn't even know how to begin to communicate back to her. If you got a message, you were sitting on the beach and this bottle rolled in, it's going to take you a little work to contact that person. You may not even know who they are. You don't know how to get in touch with them. And the masculine's feeling very much in that energy right now of, I don't even know how to reach out. I don't know what I would say. I don't know if she would accept it. I don't know how long ago this bottle was sent out and even if she's still open to this connection. They're still very much in doubt and fear and not knowing what they want. Okay, so they're muddling through. This Capricorn moon is about clarity. So it's showing them the things that they can't live with anymore, that they can't tolerate anymore. And it's going to put pressure on them until they change it. Everybody is moving forward, whether you want to or not. It's going to happen. All right, I'm going to keep that. All right. So this is the Radiant Wise Rider-Waite deck. All right. It's one of my like old standbys. I use it all the time. And we're just going to pull some cards and find out where this twin energy is leading with this Capricorn moon. What is this Capricorn full moon ushering in? Yeah. So the first one is your nostalgia. It's your 6 of Cups, old connections, you know, people from your past, things that are coming up. It's about wanting to reconnect and wanting that connection. And this is what's feeding them. This little teeny bit is just what's feeding them. They thought that they could exist on the memories for a little while. They laid around about it. They obsessed about it. They thought about it. And they thought, I'm in these new situations. I'm in a third party situation. I'm in a marriage. I'm in a relationship. I have children. I've moved on. But have you moved on? And that they thought they could exist on the memories. Then they started to see you and they started to snoop a little bit and they started to feel you a little bit and they started to remember those times, and it started to feed something different in them. It started to awaken something different in them. The divine feminine's purpose is to awaken the masculine. The feminine almost always is the first awake. I have found it to, in my clients, to always be the case that the feminine is the one who leads the spiritual awakening, and then the masculine will roll in and match her. But they're starting to not be able to just survive off of the memories. They want the real thing. And the feminines were very much in the I want the real thing. I just want you in physical. I want you in my life, whatever that means, whatever that looks for. And then the masculine didn't show up. Or if he did show up, he was playing these games and he was jerking you around. So now it's like, no, this is the line. These are my standards and you're going to meet my standards or you're going to fuck off. And so he's had to kind of step back and reevaluate and cut communication off and dumb it down until he's ready to be who he says he's going to be. And it's the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So he was trying to create foundations. He was trying to create stability and money and physical stuff and wealth and a legacy. And that's what he felt like he was investing in. And then you came in and just blindsided all of that. All of that was just blindsided. And he realized that he wanted to make an offer of truth. He wanted to come clean. He wanted to rush in and do everything, but then he couldn't because he was held by these confines that he already had, these responsibilities he already had, these obligations that he already had, this unhealed part of him that he already had. Even if there aren't third-party situations, even if there aren't children involved, there's always something that holds them that they need to work through. And that's what this was. I want to tell you the truth, but I can't tell you the truth because if I tell you the truth, you won't want to be here. Because there's shadow work to be done. There's work on themselves and addressing parts of themselves that they don't want to be honest with themselves about. Your swords are about truth. They're about declarations of, honesty, transparency, vulnerability. They are about cutting through the bullshit. And you just can't do that yet. Your masculines just are not in an energy to do that. The Capricorn moon is ushering them this energy all in to address that, because it's all about authenticity. It's all about integrity. It's all about where do you want to go and what lines up with that. Where do they want to go? They want to go with the star. Endless possibilities. Anything you can dream of. When you wish upon a star. And that's what this is. It's your wishes, it's your dreams, it's your manifestations, it's your desires coming to light. And that's exactly where all of this is going. It's asking them to reveal their truth so that they can get to the good stuff. There's decisions to be made. There's real decisions to be made. And we've had one foot on one side and one foot on the other, and we've been on the fence and not choosing a side. We've been hoarding and coveting and living in lack mentality and not recognizing that there's enough for everybody. There's enough for us. We are enough. See, here's the thing. We've been taught societally and by our own programming that we have to prove our worth. So here's the thing. You don't have to prove your worth to anybody. And what you're really doing when you're proving your worth to other people is proving your worth to yourself. What have you staked your worth in? Have you staked your worth in, I don't have anything to offer because I'm not financially stable. I don't have anything to offer because I'm not sexy. I don't have anything to offer because I don't have a successful business. I don't have anything to offer because I'm boring and nobody likes me. I don't have anything to offer because I have children and I'm not married. Or I don't have anything to offer because I'm of this certain age and that time in my life is past. I don't have anything to offer because I'm sick and I don't have good physical health. It's all bullshit. You know what you have to offer? You. And the problem is that you don't believe that you're good enough. You don't see the value in yourself, so you think nobody else will see the value in it. So one of the things this Capricorn moon is challenging us to do is look inside ourselves and face those things that we don't like about ourselves. The things that we're judging about other people are most often the things that we see in ourselves that we don't like in one way, shape, or another. If we see other people and we judge them about something, we have this fear that that could be us, or that could have been us. You know, if we judge other people, we are normally, the things that we notice in other people are things that we believe are within ourselves, or believe that are habits that we could have or would have should we not keep them in control. And your shadow work is about addressing the things about yourself that you don't like or that you believe are undesirable. But the honest truth is that you can't have desirable traits if you don't notice your undesirable traits. You can't have balance within yourself unless you recognize that you have traits that are not great and integrate them. Learn how to feed the traits that you want to have, but learn to not deny the other ones and act like they're not there. Because while we're stuffing lies and things that we're hiding, they just grow. They grow because the fear of them being found out gets too much. And we start to build walls around them and stuff them in the closet and pile stuff in front of them, and the mess gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they're impossible to hide. So why don't we show these things to the light? Why don't we just out them and show them to the light? You know, why don't we just call out the things that we feel like other people call out on us and just own them? Because it's emotional blackmail. But once you out what people feel like is the thing people are holding against them, and detach from the shame of it, just own it and say, yes, that's part of who I am. Who cares? I can't change it. It is what it is. And I forgave myself, and I don't give a fuck what you think about it. Then it loses its power. It loses the ability to have any control over you. And that's what this Capricorn moon is asking us to do, is to take back control of our lives, to take back our power, and to stop giving our power away to other people and other things that have been shaming us, that we felt guilty about and that we didn't want to own. Do the work, because it's so worth it. And again, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. There could have been just one thing in here for you, okay? But I want everybody to look in and do the work. Participate in your life. There's no point in living if you're not participating in your own life, okay? So thank you for viewing. Go and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so that you get a notification about the readings every day. If you'd like a private reading, again, it's below in the link, and I will see some of you on my social media, and I look forward to the conversation. Have a great, amazing day.